grand opening, grand closing.
Yo, what's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? Your only friend in these YouTube streets, Puerto77. And guess what? We're going to have another episode of The Dunk. So, people send me messages in the DM about this dude. His name is... Let me show y'all. GameStuh Nightmare.
Impressive, you come.
GameStuh Nightmare on Game Street. Okay. Right? Back from retirement. Okay. We didn't notice you retired, right? Looking at his channel, 3 videos, 2 of them with my name, another one Marlin Gaming Nation. All right. Now, let me show you something. This is where it gets weird.
Have similar experiences.
Let me show you this weirdo. Let me show you what this weirdo. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This shit's crazy.
Prepare yourselves for this new music video on PlayStation! I see the disappointment in your eyes. PlayStation's going under. They going undercover. PlayStation's going under. They really don't love us. PlayStation's going under. PlayStation's going under. The moment you've been waiting for! Foam stores! Yep, the state of agony at its finest. They foaming out the mouth with this one, Jimmy.
Alright, see, here's laughter. That's laughter of pain. I told you guys on this channel that 2024 is going to be the weirdest year for these flat earthers, because they're going to come out with the stupidest shit, and you're already seeing it. First off, let's look at the obvious. Does homeboy know we're in 2024? So why is he making content like if it's YouTube 2006? Because, yo, I haven't seen shit like this in a long time. Like, this dude took his broke ass sidekick, propped it up, and recorded from his phone whatever screen he's at, TV or laptop, whatever. And then, like, he talks. That's his content. I haven't seen that shit since like 2008, 2009. Like this was like an era where people didn't really know about content creation and stuff like that, or some people were scared to actually talk in front of the mic, right? Like, bro, you are supposed to step in front of the camera. In front. You're supposed, like, here, you see? Like, in front. But if at the very least you're too scared to be held accountable for your own words, because I can already see you got 3,000 subscribers, but only 3 videos? Something tells me you said some stupid shit as an Xbox fanboy and you deleted it, or you privated it. Because now you look stupid. So that's what that all tells me. It tells me you've been doing stupid shit for a while, and now you gotta hide it along with your face. So that's one. That already tells me you a coward. Whatever. But at the very least, you see what I'm doing now? Right here, right? You can at least do this. Bow. Use a simple laptop, an HDMI cable, if you know what the fuck that is. Plug it to your laptop. You got free recording software, right? And you screen record. You don't have to do this broke shit. It's a lot cleaner. You don't got this weird shit. And that's it. But this shit, bro, this shit is weird, bro. Like, man, camera, step in front of it. Own your words. Own your shit. All right? Stop this weird shit. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Woo! You know what time it is. Let's go.
All right. So I'm not going to put you all through the misery. We're just going to tip top and skip and stuff like that, because this dude is bugging.
Oh. Look at that. You got Sony Echo the Dolphin. Yeah. Feel it. Yep.
So he's clowning State of Play because of Dave the Diver's game, whatever. But this game's on Steam. It's on Mac. It's on Nintendo Switch. But now the game's a problem. Now that it's on PlayStation, it's a problem. Did he clown the other platforms for having this game? Like, what is this cat doing? Like, yo.
This is worse than the Godzilla. And yeah, you know,
if you remember, y'all remember the days of the PS1, right? Obviously, the color palette is more advanced, but
these are not PlayStation 1 games, bro. Not even close.
Well, this is not a PlayStation 1 game because obviously it's a new game. But there were PlayStation games that were AAA, like Legacy of Kain. In fact, Legacy of Kain was top down. We also had another game that I like was called The One. Those games existed during the PS1 era. Now listen, I know you probably played your older cousins, brothers, or your father's hand-me-down PlayStation 1, but I was there day one. I was there. Well, I didn't even buy the console day one. I bought it like in 97, right? But I was there during that gen. The games existed. Legacy of Kain. Like, what are we talking about here?
these games were the AAA games of the PS1 days. The game
Wrong. This is how I know you don't know nothing about gaming. What are you talking about? You act like as if the PlayStation 1 didn't have 3D games. Now we out here justifying PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 5. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you trying to make with this video, bro? Seriously. Oh, these games used to be, AAAs back in 30 years ago? That just goes to show you that Sony hasn't advanced past then. You got to be.
Are you dumb or are you stupid? It was just a simple conversation of saying how, wow, back then, something that's AAA is an indie now. Are you dumb or are you stupid? And no one argued that there wasn't 3D games. But there is no question that games like this were the AAA. What about Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Side-scrolling 2D. That wasn't AAA for the PS1? Yeah? See, I already know. See, I haven't seen dudes like you in a while. Dudes that create points and arguments, right? You create an argument yourself, then you argue your own argument, and then you feel like you won against a person that never argued that point. That's some weird shit. That's some loser shit right there. Bro, your critical analysis is underdeveloped, bro. Like, you ain't gonna get far.
Kidding me? We on PlayStation 5 and we still playing games with the budget of a PlayStation 1 title?
Does that look like this?
Did Xbox do not play Vampire Survivors? Yeah, I didn't play some Vampire Survivors. Y'all didn't play this. No? You see that? Yeah, y'all didn't do that? Let me move this over. I could have sworn, look at the title. Vampire Survivors is the best game of 2022 so far. Y'all weren't rocking that day on Game Pass? No? We don't like it? The hell is you talking about? Y'all, hold on. I got another question. How's Power World? How's Power World? That ain't no graphically impressive game. What are we talking about here?
This was the big blockbuster AAA games. You're like, oh, I remember playing Legacy of Kain. It was just, that's why I said, remember Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, what about Soul Reaver? That pushed the boundaries of gaming. You got to ask yourself, bro, come on, man. Now all of a sudden you guys have no problem with indie games. Remember? Oh, Xbox, y'all ain't got nothing but indie games on Xbox Game Pass. And now look at it. You playing them.
Indie Station 4. Conversation over.
All on your console. A powerful console such as the PlayStation 5. I just wonder if this game runs at 4K.
Whoa. Dead that. You have the world's most powerful console. You have full RDNA 2.0. You have 12 T-flops. You have mesh shaders. You have VRS 2.0. You. 52 CUs. You. PlayStation's, what is it, 9.2 T-flop, overclocked. The CPU and the GPU can't go max. So there's always, you guys actually try to use the Xbox Series S as, Series S is actually the competitor to PS5. Because the PS5 is the PS4 Pro. So don't put that power bullshit on us. You own that shit. Stay in your box. You got full 12 T-flops. Full RDNA 2.0. That's on ya. Don't bring that bullshit here in this house. Nah, son.
In 120 frames. But these are the games that Sony was telling people that run at 8K, 120 frames. Were these the type of games they were talking about? Because clearly they're not running that on any next generation games.
Shut the fuck up. Microsoft is shoving Lock 30 on your ass multiple times. Fuck is you talking about? And yes, you can see my face. I'm talking to you. They shoved Lock 30 up your butt and you can do nothing about it but play it. How's Starfield at 60 frames? Because Starfield on the Asus ROG, they could play it above 30 frames. I'm just saying, a handheld. Create decision, right? Create decision. How about this? Not one single first-party game on PlayStation 5 is locked at 30. Every game, at least, at a minimum, has the options of performance, so you could play at 60 frames. Whether it's, it's either going to run natively at 60 frames, like Gran Turismo 7, or if it has resolution, graphics mode, fidelity mode at 30, they're still going to provide you performance mode at 60. And then they go above and beyond that. VRR plus high frame rate equals more options that you see in Spider-Man 2, that you see in God of War Ragnarok, that they updated for Horizon Forbidden West. They updated Rift Apart. So if you have an HDMI 2.1 TV, 120 hertz TV, you can use that capability for additional performance options. Xbox doing that? Did they go back and update Forza Horizon for you, bruh? Or is the fidelity mode for Horizon still locked at 4K 30? They're not going to provide you unlock options to let the full RDNA 2.0, 12 T-flops of pure world power to run your game at unlocked frame rates. PlayStation first party can. I'm just saying. You really want to talk about performance and shit when you rocking the Xbox? Whoa. Yo, you a Riri, bro.
And now, these are indies and stuff like that, right?
This motherfucker got a commercial every goddamn 3 minutes.
He's not happy, bro. Look at this.
All right, we're gonna
He's
move
not
on.
happy.
And marks the return.
Yeah, let's get to them AAA company. It's over, bro. It really is. It's unfortunate to see Sony go down this direction. This is Sony right now. This is literally the fate of Sony. Okay.
Yo, this dude is pain, bro. He's going out like a kamikaze pilot. He knows his engine's blown. The fighters wrecked this shit. So he's gonna crash the plane and he's gonna try to take down as many. These dudes are them dudes that think there's no PlayStation 6. Oh my God. I told you, like, listen, to all my subscribers, to all the people who rock with me, I told you, I wish, why can't I have this same foresight with Lotto, bro? I just need it one time. Let me just see the numbers one time, bro. Because I told you this was going to happen in 2024, man. That these dudes were going to come out like lunatics. I said we were going to have flat earthers up in this. You're going to have content creators just going straight flat earther on some bullshit. And we're seeing it, bro. We see Tim Dog's descent into madness. We see an Xbox podcast just courting. Everybody is just losing their shit. And then this guy comes up with some nonsense. Bro, listen. Xbox was always dog shit for a long time since the release of Xbox One. You need to get your mind right. You need to readjust, rebrand your channel, right? Because this ain't gonna help you. You're going extinct, bro. The comet's coming. You dinosaurs, you know, you're gonna be fossilized, bro.
He's not impressed. Yep. They're not impressed.
So he's gonna do that like the whole video. Oh, he don't like it. He don't like it. So his enjoyment in gaming is based on the assumption that I'm not enjoying my PlayStation. That's the point we're at right now. That's the point I'm at. That's why he's making this content. That's why he's making this content for his viewers. Because the best thing about Xbox apparently for 2024 is wondering, are PlayStation gamers really enjoying their PlayStation? That's what they want. That shit is sad, bro. Yo, that shit's crazy. That it's come down to this. That your enjoyment in gaming is coming down to thinking other people aren't enjoying gaming. Yo, that shit is wild. That's a first.
Where you gon' kill?
Ninja, they're like, have you played Neon or recently?
I know you haven't.
Wulong for Dynasty.
Ugh.
Hold on, I gotta hear that.
It's interesting because Team Ninja, they're like, have you played Neon or recently?
I know you haven't.
This douchebag said I didn't play Neo. As if my PSN ID is privatized. It's not. You can literally go to PSN ID, type in Puerto77, and you can clearly see that not only did I beat Neo 1, I also beat Neo 2, and I beat Wulong Dynasty. All Teen Ninja games. And given the fact that the OG Xbox didn't sell a lot, and Ninja Gaiden Black wasn't a big seller, it was successful, but it didn't sell like 10, 20 million, I could probably say I'm one of the few gamers in your Xbox community that actually played and beat Ninja Gaiden Black, while most of you Xbox gamers are frauds and never even saw the start screen. Majority of you didn't play. Don't lie. You didn't. One, most of you Xbox dudes didn't even own the OG Xbox. It only sold 25 million. Xbox 360 went up to 80 million. So that's what? 55 million of you that jumped onto Xbox? Majority of you didn't play OG Xbox. And you sure as hell didn't beat Black. Like, stop it, bro.
For Dynasty, it's not really open world. Like, you go into a town.
I mean, neither is like back and then when you could cut off.
Have you played Neon? Or
Why would anybody want to play this? We already got a superior game already.
you run around?
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Regards to this, because this looks like it's Neo mixed in with Psychro. I don't know, man. I still think Ninja Gaiden's better, bro. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, man. You compare. Nah, he's not. These are games and.
This dude, bro, begging for that money. I mean, whatever.
People are not going to want to go out there and buy, especially if they already have similar experiences like this already. That's why Game Pass and subscription service need to exist, because these are games and these are the type of games people.
And there it is. There it is, bro. There it is.
Of how we go about playing games. That's why Game Pass and subscription service need to exist, because these are games and these are the type of games people are not going to want to go out there and buy, especially if they already have similar experiences like this already.
He justifying his chicken McNugget gaming, his value meal gaming. There it is. There it is. Oh, bro, like, stop it, man. Like, are you not paying attention? Did you see Microsoft brag about huge holiday gains and Game Pass subscribers? Did you see that? No. Okay. Look at PC, right? Take Powell's, for example. Powell's is on Game Pass, yet you still see PC gamers buying games on PC. Most of them defer away from Game Pass. A lot of them, even though they have access to it. Like, what are we talking about here? This is why we need Game Pass, bro. This is why you need Game Pass. You need it. You need it. Because you complain more and cry more. You know, because you're up Microsoft's butt.
銃剣など西洋の技術を生かした武器をうまく活用すれば標的にも打ち勝つことができるので
I mean, I think the game's solid. I don't think the game is that. This is not a PS5 game, bro. I could tell by looking at the graphics. Ghost of Tsushima, which came out way earlier than this, still looks better than this game, even on the PS4. Compare this to Ghost of Tsushima, and you will see exactly as to what I'm talking about.
Compare Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2 to a lot of games. And they outclass a lot of titles. Like, what are we doing? There's gonna be games. Grand Theft Auto 6, right, will outclass a lot of games this gen. A lot. But does that make the other games bad or whatever? Some developers are graphically better than other developers. That's always been the case. It's always been the case. You understand? You know? But that doesn't mean that the game inherently is a bad game or not going to be good. Right? I think if this was an Xbox game, you would sing a different tune.
Yep, he's done. Look at that. He's done. Wow. He look like he about to shut the... Look at that. Look at his eyes like, oh, I can't believe I'm even on stream, you know, streaming this state of play, man. I mean, he feels embarrassed. I can tell. You know, this dude knows, man. He was excited for this to see what Sony would show him. And obviously Sony showed nothing.
This is pretty much the video. He is enjoying gaming by seeing others his perceived thought. The crazy part is, this is a day one for me. I'm going to get this over Dragon's Dogma. I don't know what to tell you, bro. At the end of the day, you know, I know you Xbox are different or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's the games you play. I don't know what to tell you. Man, listen, if at this point, if you're at the point in 2024 where your best enjoyment of Xbox gaming is this, like, God, bro, I feel bad for you. Nah, I don't feel bad for you. Maybe I would have if you actually made proper content and shit instead of this 2005 bullshit.
He's disappointed. All he's doing is just letting him. But you're not even addressing the things that are going on in the video. You're just staying quiet. You see how you gotta act like he's excited? You see, he ain't even talking about it. Like, imagine looking at a state of play and you're supposed to be doing a reaction, but you're not even addressing the things that are going on in the video. You're just staying quiet. Like, just...
Well, one, I was talking. The only thing is I messed up the volume of my mic versus live. So, like, you could see in the video, my lips are moving. I was assuming that I had my mic higher so that way you could hear both, but I didn't. So that's all it is. It was just a fuck up on content creation, stuff like that, right? You would know if you actually did shit like that, right? Then you would kind of realize that, yeah, there's things you can fuck up, mic adjustments and stuff like that. But I will say this. If you expect me to act like you Xbox fanboys and be like, Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Yes! No, I ain't doing that shit. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Fuck yeah! Fuck no! I'm not doing that bullshit. Hey, what the hell's wrong with you? The fuck? And I'm not even gonna fake shit like the way you are. Like fake laughing. Well, I don't think it's fake laughing. I think that's just laughter and pain that you did. It's pain. You know, people laugh because they're in pain. And some people, you know, they cry or they get mad. You laughing. You're lashing out. You know, it's a coping mechanism.
On face. Hopefully people don't know that I'm actually a budget for this. I can tell this game has a very low budget. I can tell. Yeah, it's about... Shut that argument down because I hear that argument. Oh man, even the draw distance is terrible. You know, people's like, oh, but GameStuh, it's not about the hardware. It's about the good quality games. Okay, I'm going to shut that argument down because I hear that argument a lot. Listen, brother. I'm not going to buy or want to buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X if they're not pushing boundaries. Because I hear this argument all the time.
You're not going to buy a PS5 or Xbox Series X because they're not pushing boundaries. So you don't own a console. Is that what you're saying? So you don't own. So okay. So according to him, he just said, I am not going to buy a PS5 or, console, not pushing boundaries. So he doesn't have an Xbox console. So is this a PC dude? He plays on PC?
Just buy a next generation console, even if it's got the games similar to PS4. Who cares? Good games is good games, right? Then there's no reason for a console then. You're like, huh? There's no reason for a console then. Because if that's the case, then people can just play on their set-top boxes. They can play on their PCs, right? And just play on the same device. What is the point of having an upgrade if the games that you're playing can already be playable on the PS4? I'll just stick with my PS4 Pro. You see? You see how that narrative doesn't make sense? It's just like, for example, if people says, oh, why are you crying about the Super Nintendo not having games? The games look like, well, hey, man, the games looking 8-bit. They looking like they came from the NES. Who cares? At least they extended the longevity and put more games on it. Then you have to ask yourself, then what is the point in owning the Super Nintendo? No, you own the Super Nintendo because it had higher sprites, it had higher colors. You supported it for a reason. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But if you're telling me that I'm playing PS4 games on a PS5, then what is the point in getting another console? You get what I'm...
This guy's, I don't even know what you're trying to argue. Bro, if you don't like the graphics of this one game, let's say right here, you think this game is lame, it doesn't have the graphics, you feel this game doesn't push the boundaries of gaming, then don't fucking buy it. Don't buy it. Does Power World fucking push the boundaries of Xbox? Yeah, everybody's buying that shit. Like, what the fuck is we talking? Did Vampire Survivors push the boundaries of that? Does Redfall push the boundaries? Like, listen, if there's a particular game that doesn't meet your expectation of the console, dust it. Go away to the dodo bird. Don't get it. But if you're trying to, use this one game as an example for every game that came out, you bugging. That's just dumb. That's just being an idiot.
If I buy a PlayStation 6, if that's where Sony does decide to do a next console, then what's the point of having a PlayStation? What's the point of having a console then? What's the point of upgrading to a PlayStation 6 if I'm playing PS4 and 5 games again? I want to see gaming being pushed in boundaries that I've never seen before. No different than the 64, the GameCube, the Dreamcast, the 360, the PS3, all these other consoles before it. We want to see pushes and demands of how we go about playing video gaming. And unfortunately, all I'm seeing is games playing identically the same. And all y'all gonna sit there and say, well, it's because we hit a cap. No. Cut that nonsense. Oh, we capped out. No, you know what? Matter of fact, you might be right. We capped out for consoles. We capped out for consoles. That's what it is. You have capped out the $500 model for the box. Like I told you before, you want to see some next generation pushes in console gaming? Pay $1,500 for a console. You will see pushes. Pay $2,000 for a console. You will see next generation pushes. The problem is we have capped out the $500 budget box limit. You get what I'm saying? These companies are barely making a profit now. But if you guys love gaming that much, I pay $2,000 for a console. If we can get back to the days of them pushing the hardware and the exclusives the way they were supposed to, I will well certainly pay $2,000 for a gaming console. But we already know you guys, y'all can't even afford to buy an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch. All y'all can afford to play is on one device. Multi-console owners are holding this down. I got 5 Nintendo Switches. There you go. That's a PC right there. Okay, plus the games, plus everything else that I own for it. So I got money. The problem is you people can't afford to pay for Game Pass, pay for PlayStation, pay for Nintendo, and have all the devices. That's the problem that's going on. But unfortunately, the issue stems from the fact that people don't buy games anymore like they used to. So Microsoft has found a way to mitigate that with the subscription service. You get what I'm saying? Because they know console gamers ain't gonna pay $1,000 or even $1,500 for a console. That's why Sony released their console back in the days with the PS3 for $600. Right there was kind of already the first red flag to say that, hey man, y'all might want to get used to it. Y'all rebelled and said no. Now Sony dropped it with the Slim with $299, which they lost a lot of money with. But hey, it's been like that for ages. Consoles have finally hit their plateau. Now, if you want consoles to exist, then maybe $1,500, $2,000 might be the price range. If we want things to go back to the way they were, the way they're supposed to. But unfortunately, with studios going under and a lot of talent not making games anymore, it's still going to be relatively the same thing because we've lost a lot of talented studios over the years. So we're still going to be it'll be better, obviously, but we'll still be in the same situation. You get what I'm saying? Especially with PC, if they're still making it on the lowest common denominator on PC. What a lot of people don't want to admit, that console gaming is what pushed PC gaming. It did. They see a console game and like, wow, look at a console game pushing the boundaries. So PC decided to do it right afterwards. Okay? Yes, we all need each other to be able to coexist. But the problem is the exclusivity. Y'all going to sit there and say, well, exclusivity. Exclusivity is not helping this argument. If anything, it's making it worse because companies are lowering the budget of their game.
Okay, let me smoke check this dude. Consoles need to go to 50. You are the dumbest moron trying to argue. Consoles have become successful because of affordability and access. That's literally the point of the console. In fact, majority of the consoles that usually sell at its peak and do great is when it's $300 and lower. Okay? The $600 PlayStation, it wasn't $600 because of performance or power. It was $600 because it was just stupid decisions. They used a cell processor, which was a very expensive CPU, instead of using, the Intel core processors and stuff like that, right? And then the biggest component was the Blu-ray player. That alone was $200. Blu-ray players was like $800 to $1,000, even more. And they put in a console for $600, which also had a GPU, which also had that expensive ass CPU, the the cell processor. Oh, and it also had the same components of the PS2 and the PS3. That's how they did backwards compatibility. So that thing was $600 because of an overpriced, very expensive new Blu-ray, very expensive cell, and they literally built the PlayStation 2 into the console. That's how they got backwards compatibility. If you remember when they made the Slim, it was no longer backwards compatibility with the PlayStation 2 because they removed the chipset to make it cheaper. That's why the Slim is not backwards compatible. The OG PS3 is. The PS3 Slim is not. Go ahead, put a PlayStation 2 disc in the OG PS3, you'll play it, then take that same disc, put in the PS3 Slim. It doesn't work. Oh. Like, what is you talking about? Listen, you're talking about shit that were hand-me-downs to you, all right? You were swimming in your dad's nutsack, okay? And don't talk about you have money, bro. You doing this broke-ass content shit. You don't even have the decency to at least use a laptop and plug it in your HDMI cable. So that way you can do like this. Like if you were to at least make a video like this, right? And then you talk over it, whatever. But your broke ass use your T-Mobile Sidekick, recorded this shit in 240p and uploaded to YouTube, bro. Get your punk ass out here. And let me tell you something. That little comment, oh, I got 5 switches. That's actually stupid. You're not helping Nintendo or supporting gaming, right? Because the real support, if you use that word, I don't personally like that word, but apparently you feel pride in that, is what you do after you buy the Switch. So you have 5 switches, right? Let's say you pay $300 a piece for each one, right? So you pay what? $1,500 in total, like you said, as a PC. If instead of buying the other 4, which total to $1,200, and you use that $1,200 to buy even more games, that will do more for gaming. Because it's games, all right? But like you're a Game Pass gamer. Oh, we need Game Pass. And if you notice, it's because of you Game Pass gamers that Microsoft's in the position in. Now, keep in mind, Microsoft made the ultimate decision. They honestly thought that, hey, with Game Pass, we can do it. But when they realize that this method, they're going to need more revenue streams because who the thunk it? making a couple of AAA big budget games and giving it away for $1 doesn't make money. Holy shit. Xbox says, hey, if you have Xbox Live Gold, just convert it to Game Pass for $1 and we'll, you got Game Pass for the rest of the time you have Gold. So dudes are like, oh shit, first let me stack up my Xbox Live Gold for 3-4 years. And then they upgraded to $1, one goddamn dollar. And now they have Game Pass for 4 years, not paying the monthly subscription rate. 4 years of not paying anything, and you're playing day one games. Gee, do you think AAA games with no money might lead to some type of repercussion? So yeah, that's why Xbox is going to put their games on PlayStation. All of them. It's not going to be, and don't be them dudes that be like, oh, it's going to be on a case-by-case decision. No. The only factor in any of those games going on PlayStation and Nintendo is just simply resource management. How much time they need to port the games on PlayStation. That's it. That's why the conversations on Hi-Fi Rush, and Hi-Fi Rush is one of the first games to do it, because it's an indie game. You know? Oh, but you don't like indies, because you like shit that push the boundaries. So you probably didn't play Hi-Fi Rush, because, you know, it's an indie, right? So, yeah. So you probably don't even know about that game, right? It didn't push the boundaries, right? It didn't graphically look good, right? But anyway, it's an indie game, right? Small little title. So it's easier to port, I say, compared to Starfield or some of the bigger titles, which is going to take a while, right? Now, granted, Bethesda and Activision, they're more prone to be better at multi-plat development for PlayStation and Nintendo because they've done it. The studios are going to have the biggest hurdle and the longest learning curve. It's going to be 343, Coalition, Turn 10, because they, as a studio, never made PlayStation games. Now, sure, the people who may have worked in those studios may have experience working for another, you know, because you hire people that worked on EA and they worked on PlayStation games, Ubisoft, they all travel around, right? But as a studio, 343 never released a PlayStation game. Coalition never released a PlayStation game. Turn 10 never released a PlayStation games. You know what I'm saying? The dudes making Fable, they never released a PlayStation game as a studio. So it's going to take time for them to learn whatever, right? And I don't think Microsoft's going to turn those studios day one PlayStation. That's too much human resource. That means you have to hire a whole bunch of people. In my opinion, those studios, they're going to focus on the Xbox PC version. And then when they have the time and resource, start porting the PS5 version, and that'll come out 2 years later, 1 year later. Similar to what PlayStation is doing now with the PC. You know, while some other studios that are already equipped and they can do it day one, Bethesda and Activision Blizzard specifically, they already know how to do day one games. Call of Duty's coming out day one. So Elder Scrolls 6, that's coming out day one on PlayStation because Bethesda knows how to do it. They've been doing multi-plat development for the longest. So what the hell is you talking about with all this stuff, right? I have a feeling now you're going to address all these bullshit problems only because Xbox failed. Now all of a sudden consoles don't matter. What's the point of a next generation console? Why? Because you're afraid that Xbox not going to make a new console, so now everybody can make one? Here, let me help you out because you're too stupid. Don't worry, crybaby. Xbox going to make another console. I promise you. Okay? Just like how I told you guys, Xbox going to put games on PlayStation stuff. They're going to do it. I am telling you, they are going to make another console. You don't have to worry about that because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice but to make another console. At least half their Game Pass subscribers is on console. They're not going to cut them off and run the risk of wondering where those 15 plus million Game Pass subscribers are going to go to. You cannot force gamers to do what they don't want. You cannot automatically assume we're just not going to make the console. They're all going to either go on PC or they're going to use cloud and play games on their Samsung TV. That may not be true. And I will say for the most, it won't. They will go to Nintendo and they will go to PlayStation. The majority. Only a few small segment will convert to PC. So Microsoft cannot risk that. So crybaby, you're going to be okay. You're going to get to buy another Xbox console. But it sounds like you don't even have an Xbox console. Sounds like you're a PC weirdo, which is weird then. Because listen, if you're a PC gamer, then why the fuck do you even give a shit about my content? This has nothing to do with you. I don't even say shit about PC. I even literally said on this channel years ago, before this next generation, when rumors and weird shit was happening, that if PlayStation ever goes day one on PC, meaning straight day one, Locked and loaded. No issues, no questions. They are fully supporting PC. No different than Microsoft. I'm just going to game on PC. And that's okay. Like, yo, I don't know if you're an Xbox gamer hiding behind PC. Like, yo, y'all be doing some weird shit because y'all emotionally wrecked this gen. This is the worst gen for Xbox fanboys. Guaranteed.
Games because they want to make sure that they can make a profit. They're not comfortable in dropping out $300 budget games, $300 million budget games because they're afraid they're not going to make that money back in return. And only subscription services can guarantee that. That's why Game Pass is successful. And that's why companies gravitate towards it in regards to their third-party offerings.
Are you stupid? The biggest publishers say they're not doing it. While the Activision Blizzard debacle was going on, ABK said they're not putting their games day one on Game Pass. The only way you're going to get ABK on day one on Game Pass, you need Microsoft to buy them. If Microsoft didn't buy them, they're not putting Call of Duty day one Game Pass. You think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going day one Game Pass? Did you see Jedi Survivor? Did you see Hogwarts? Bro, most of these games that go on Game Pass are like the smaller titles. Some of them are real good, whatever. Definitely indies. But the big AAAs, they're not fucking with any subscription service, bro. Are you crazy? You think a big blockbuster AAA and they're going to give it to a dude who only pays $14 a month? Are you dumb? Why do you think Microsoft is putting their games on even more platforms? They have to. They're giving away too much shit. Have you not noticed over the last couple of months, Microsoft greatly reduced their reward systems to like pretty much almost nothing? There's a reason for that. And it's not going to stop there. Because you're going to see more price hikes. You're going to see more increases. You're going to start seeing stupid shit on your Game Pass like ads and stuff like that. Just take a look at the subscription services for Netflix, Disney. Hell, just the other day, Amazon starts pushing, hey, your thing is now ad, but for $2.99 a month, you could stay ad free. The fuck? Fuck is we doing here? So now my service is going to be with ads. And in order to be used to what I already had, I got to pay an extra $2.99. Come on, bro. Like, yo, give it up. All right? Your little shtick, come up with a new one. Rebrand yourself, because this ain't working.
Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So, like I said, we have already eclipsed the $500 budget box. We won't expect anything. If Sony comes up with a Pro, it's not going to be anything. The only time I know Sony is about business, if they say, yo, this is the PlayStation 6. What was this? This is $1,500. Oh, this is $1,500, $2,000 for a console? Well, Sony must be pushing some boundary. Then I'll know Sony. But if Sony keeps doing $500...
Who the fuck is going to buy a $2,000 console? Are you stupid? What's the point? Sure, you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to buy a $2,000 console. Yeah, you and the other 3 million people in the world. And then it's going to get ignored. Like, consoles need mass adoption. Are you dumb? That's the strength of the console. Affordability and accessibility to the masses. Because if everyone's going to spend $2,000 on a gaming product, everyone would just buy a PC. Everyone. No one will buy a console. Nobody. It would be pointless. It would be stupid. Like, what is wrong with you? Neo Geo, ring a bell? That was a console that truly had, at the time, arcade quality graphics. The console was $600. The games were $200. No one gave a fuck. So how can you expect a successful console gen at a price point of $1,500 to $2,000? You're just an idiot.
Boxes, Microsoft keep doing $500 boxes, then you already know anymore. They don't even convey, oh, look at the blood trickles. Like, if he's not happy.
So she says this mucker's natural.
You know, I can't take this dude no more. Like, this dude is dumb as fuck, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. I have my suspicions. Let's look at this, bro. Let's expose this fraud, bro. let's look at this. So this is your video, right? Let's see. All right. Let me go back to your main shit right here. Let's go back to your main shit right here. Okay. Right here. Right. Let me see. What's this? This is your first one. You did like a 10-minute clip. Right. All right. Look at all these people crying. Right. Okay. So you got this, right? Then let's look at this one. Right. Okay. So look at that. All these people, you know, hyping you up, loving you. Right? Right? Okay. Everybody's watching your shit. You know, all that stuff, right? Let's look at something real quick. Let's look at something. Let me see, son. Let's go to your home real quick. Real quick. Is you? GameStuh? GameStuh, the 13th New Beginning? That you, bro? That's your other channel? Huh. What's going on here? Look at your videos. Oh, you game streaming. Oh, you out there showing some clips, right? Let's look at this clip. You putting in work. Is that what you're doing? You showing you put in that work? You loaded Lux? You're gonna get this work. That's what you're doing? Oh, this is you. There's only one problem. No one gives a fuck. Look at this screen. You see this? You ain't got no comments. Let's go back and look at when you talk about me. Let's go back and talk about me. In fact, we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's do this. Let's have fun with this. This is your other channel. So we're gonna open a new tab, right? This is your content talking about me, right? You got 2K views. Look at all that. Look at all those comments. Right? Right? And this is your channel where you play games. Look at that. This is you playing games. And no one gives a finnuck. How come they ain't supporting you, dog? Where these people at? How come they're here, but they ain't here? Where they at? Look at your other shit right here. Oh, Nintendo Switch. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. You got 2 comments. Where they at, dog? Oh, dog. What are we doing here? We got more Gears of War. Gears of War trash talkers humbled. Ooh, this sounds good, bro. This sounds juicy. You out here wrecking dudes. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Where are the people that support you? Man, here. What else you got? Got these weird ass camera angles. Golly, bro. What is it? Right here. Oh, Gears of War GameStuh. Blessed by the gaming gods. Right here. The gaming gods. You've been blessed. And the best thing you guys will do that says, I guess. This is who you are. This is why you sound stupid. Because you're trying to create a persona and you don't know what the hell you talking about. This is you. This is what you really try to do. But you realize this ain't working. So now what you do is, let me put the name Porter Rock under my shit. And we're going to be caking. You know why? I'm going to tell you why this is happening. I'm going to tell you why when you put my name, you're going to get them views. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain to you. And I don't think you realize it. This ain't going to be a compliment. All right? Let me do this, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me do this. Because you're going to get the full scope. Because I don't hide my face. Listen. All them dudes right here that's running to you, congratulating you, I be crushing them, bro. They get crushed. On Twitter, on my channel, they get hemmed up, bro. These dudes getting PTSD over this shit. Right? They hate the fact that I be crushing them and shit, right? So now they come to you because they need someone to help them cope. Because they're in pain, bro. They're hurting. Okay? The emotions are hurt, which means, get this, that makes you an emotional support pet. You that little chihuahua with the weird vest in the airport. You know goddamn well that dog ain't no freaking emotional support pet, but that's what you became. Your channel is emotional support for the broken, for the hurt, for the dudes that are about to be non-existent, for the dudes that are soldiers with no flag. Console war is over. So you're the dude that they're running to because they're in pain. You're that little chihuahua, bro. An emotional support pet. That is what you're gonna be named for. I see your shtick now. You're not gonna be an Xbox fanboy because there's nothing to fanboy over. Xbox, that shit's done, right? That shit is done. You're not gonna be a game streamer because no one really gives a shit about you playing. Like, come on, bro. You're talking about a community that don't play games. You think they're gonna watch you? Come on, bro. But as an emotional support pet, you got your stick. But now listen, you need to give me 10%. If every title has my name, I get 10%. I get 10%. All right? You keep 90, but I get 10%. All right? If you're going to do this emotional support content creation, that's one. Number two, man, it's 2024, bro. In front of the camera. Not behind, in front. Okay? In front, please. In front. Okay? You see how this screen is? Right? Don't be doing this shit. Don't be doing this shit. You see this? No. We want to see this. See the difference? You see this? And you see this? Do you comprende? You see this? Yeah, I'm GameStuh. He hurt him. No, that's not it. This weird shit's not it. This is it. Not this, but this. This is what we want. If you're too scared to show your face, fine, but do this. Don't do this weird shit. This is weird. This is broke shit. What kind of nonsense is this? Stop your stupid shit. Fuck, buy a laptop. Come on, bro. You got 5 switches. You got money like that. You hyping $2,000 consoles, but you can't get a $500 e-machine to do this. Stop your bullshit, bro. Stop your fake ass. All right? This, front of the camera. All right? Don't come at me with this broke shit. Put some effort. The fuck? Bro, this is crazy. Anyway, another dummy in the Xbox community, bro. Hey, PC gamers, I feel sorry for y'all because you're going to get all these idiots on your side of the house. PC Master Race, you need to gatekeep your shit because you got all these dudes flooding PC realm. And they're going to make y'all look stupid because these guys talk the most. And y'all going to be hurting. Filter the bullshit out now before it's too late. But they're coming, bro. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this dunk. God, this dude's content sucks. But anyway, this is your only friend, these YouTube streets, Puerto77. I'll check you out. Peace.
Grand opening, grand closing.